Mom, what is going on? Bruce T, what's going on? How's everybody doing?
Oh,
Got my main man here, Cigar Head TV. TV is on with me today. So
what's going on? I got me a beer and I got my water.
Got me a little beer too, man. We just literally went live. We got some people in here. Got Mom, Bruce T, Mike Ortiz, Pete F, Adam Kerr, Smoking Ronnie, Hazmat in the building. What is going on, fellas?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, man?
Mystical Gent, what is going on, brother? My brother Priest, what is going on? Miss Prudence, Jared, how's everybody doing? Also, before we really get started, this video here ain't got really a topic or anything, man. Me and Fred just kind of zooming and kind of herping, and y'all are invited. So if y'all are smoking or drinking, y'all are more than welcome to join us. But
more than welcome.
Y'all know Fred has his own YouTube channel called Cigar Head TV. He's doing a lot of great stuff over there. He's growing really fast. Think he's got a really good future ahead of him. So as Lee Mack always says, man, you want to surround yourself with good people, like-minded people. So Fred is a good dude. He's based out of Dallas, Texas. So y'all be sure to give him a sub if you already are not subbed up to his channel.
I appreciate it, Ron. I appreciate it. No, I mean, I appreciate you, man, for, you know what I'm saying, for you the big brother for me, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, man. I really do. I'm happy.
I'm just happy, like I was telling Lee Mack, man, you know, like when I first started watching cigar content, you had your bigger channels, but you didn't really have a lot of good quality channels that were smaller, because, you know, I still consider my channel small too. So it's just nice to see, like, you know, myself, you, Ashhead, Cowboy. It's a lot of really good channels out there, man. I'm really excited to see come up, man. So thank you for what you're doing. Like people tell me all the time too, man, keep doing what you're doing too, because people are paying attention to people are watching. So hang in there, man. Keep going.
I will, man. I for sure will. I appreciate it.
Adam Kerr said, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
Let's see, John.
I'm finna light this bad boy up, man. I was really impressed with Definition Cigar, man. Like, honestly, I really was. They pack a lot of flavor. It's a lot of flavor. And they got the different type of bands that represents the name.
That's cool. I'm gonna definitely have to check them out. I know you spoke highly of them. I ain't got no specialty cigar today. I can't remember who referenced this cigar to me, but I think they referenced it yesterday. So I went out and I got me this Archetype Dawn of Destiny. They spoke really highly of this cigar, so I'm finna smoke it and we're gonna see what it's hitting on. Y'all know me. If it ain't hitting on shit, I'm gonna say it ain't good. So but
I know.
Shout out to Pariah too, man. He I think, and I was just started paying attention. I think our palates might be a little different because he's not a big Padron guy, and he got a chance to smoke the Supreme Leaf. He wasn't a big fan of it either. So I'm starting to think our palates may be a little different. But that's still my dog.
Yeah. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, let's make the show.
Antonio, what's going on? Can't stay for too long. Got to try that Supreme Leaf Robusto today after work. Yeah, you got to let me know. Let me know what you think about it, man. I know Ventez in the chat now. He's a big fan of the Supreme Leaf too. But Matt Fred is smoking a cigar by Definitive Cigars?
Definition.
They're
based out of Dallas, Texas. If I'm not mistaken, they've been around since I think 2015 or 16. One of those. Okay. I think I was reading up on them some more, and they call themselves the Good Guys.
The Good Guys.
They're good people, man. They're real good people.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check them out.
Yeah, man. I'm for sure. I just when I talk to him and you know, talk to him, and he's a really cool dude, man. He was like, yeah, man, you from Dallas? I said, yeah. He said, man, I'm gonna check out your review page. He checked out one video. He said, man, I got some cigars coming your way. I said, man, appreciate it.
He good. He sound like he's smart, man. He see where you're going and want to hitch himself to a good train.
Oh yeah. Cause a couple of friends of mine, they were already asking me, you know, hey man, you know, what's that for? I said Definition, and they already put some orders in for them. I was really impressed with the transitions, the transitions in the cigar, really good, man.
All right, let's see what we got with this thing. 504 Lefty, what's going on? I'm getting a little feedback on you too, Fred. I don't know if it's your headset or not.
It might be. Hold on, I might have to go get my real good headphones.
Hey, I'll be smoking and chatting. You good? Let me see. Lefty, his channel is called Cigar Head TV. That is Fred's channel. No, you crystal clear now. Bruce T says 504. Yes, he does good stuff. Mystical Jam about to light up a
Hold on, let me see.
Padron 1926 number 90 natural came in this month's Black Line Luxury Cigar Club pack. Man, Mystical, I know you love that cigar too.
Headphones. I'll be right back because I can't hear.
Okay. I know you're a big fan of that one. Smoking Preacher, what is going on? Yeah, definitely check him out, Lefty. He up and coming. He's had his channel started for about 2 or 3 months now. He's growing really fast, man. I think he's gonna be right up behind me or probably past me too, man. I think he's got a good thing going. So of course, like to surround yourself with good people. 901 Chris, what's going on, big bro? Let me see. I'm gonna have mine tomorrow. I just subbed the Fred's channel. Adam, yeah, I appreciate that, man. Just y'all guys go over there, give them some love, give them some support, some constructive criticism, whatever you see fit. Make sure you go over there and help them out, man. Help them get right. Are they hard to find? The definition cigars, I'm not sure. They probably got a website, Matt. But Fred says they're based out of Dallas, Texas, and so he's in that area, so he's able to get there locally.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yep.
All right.
Lee Mack in the building. He said, I'm driving now, but I'm listening in. I hear that feedback as well. Okay. Let's see, my call was going on, Fred. Or question for you, Fred. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, there's a question from my call. He said, Fred, how did you get started smoking cigars and how long have you been smoking?
I got started with cigars back in 2014. I think it was 2014. That's when I started smoking cigars, and I always watched the habit of smoking cigars, and I love what type of community surrounded cigars, and ever since then I was hooked. I first started off watching Brian the Cigar Obsession. I would watch his videos before I would go to class.
Fully engulfed in it.
Man, I was supposed to be studying for a test, and I still remember to this day that I watched this video and I forgot I had a test to take. So that's when I knew I love cigars right then and there. I was supposed to be paying attention to something else, but I'm sitting up here watching cigar reviews. And yeah, man.
So you started right. You started. It sounded like you started a year before me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure did. But I mean, I love everything that cigars do for the community, man. It's crazy how one cigar could bring a group of people together just to relax and socialize and get to know one another. You know,
right.
Forget it. You know, cigars can help you. To me, cigars are therapy, and no matter what stress goes on during that day, you grab a cigar. If you drink, if you don't drink, it don't matter. But that one cigar can change your whole output of the day.
What was your first cigar?
Ooh, my first cigar was an infused cigar. It turns out it was one of the best cigars I ever had, actually.
You remember what it was?
It was from Jamaica. It was infused with Hennessy Pure White.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. I wish I could remember the name. And a friend of mine, she went to Jamaica and she brought back some cigars. And for me and my dad, he's like, he smokes on a pipe, so he don't really smoke cigars much. But so he gave me his, and man, from immediately from light up, man, it was just it was smooth. I'm gonna tell you, it's exactly what it smoked. It smoked just like a Padron. 50th anniversary.
Oh, that's right up my alley then, man. You know how I feel about Padrones.
Oh yeah. It smoked well.
That is it. Make sure I'm missing no questions or anything. Look those cigars up. They have some cool bands. I'm gonna be honest. The first time when you held the cigar up, it reminded me of an Ezra Zion band, which they're based out of Texas too.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing I looked at, and I was gonna ask you that. I was like, "Is that an Ezra Zion cigar?" And then you said definition. I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, man. This cigar, man. He sent me the Robusto 3-pack. I had already smoked one that first day, so this the last one. I just did a review on the Pyro.
Okay.
That's the silver band. I smoked the yellow band the when I first got them. I couldn't wait. I got excited.
Have you liked all of them, or have there been some that you weren't really particularly crazy for?
I honestly liked all of them.
I liked all of them. Are there like and even as far as like outside of definition cigars, do you feel like, for me right now, I feel like Corojo and Habano are probably the two wrapper leaves that are probably hitting my palate best right now. But I can respect everything. But the question for you would be, do you feel any particular way, or do you have a favorite rapper, or do you like pretty much everything? Are you more a Maduro guy? You more a Connecticut guy? What do you mostly gravitate towards?
I am more of a Maduro guy. I love a Maduro rapper.
Okay.
That's pretty much my go-to. But I'm really open to I'm open to exploring with different rap cigars.
Right.
I don't. I'm not because I'm honestly I'm not much of a Lancero guy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just I don't know. I don't know. It made me feel like I'm smoking a stick sometimes, like a little skinny little stick.
Man, I'm telling you, I would say now Corona Gordas probably between that 46, 48 ring gauge, probably my favorite size now. But I still got a lot of love for Lanceros, and man, I tell you, for years I would pick up Lanceros or petite Lanceros, and people would be just looking at me like, "Man, why are you smoking it?" And I was just like, "Man, I'm telling you, when you know, you know."
Yeah, I mean, I'll still smoke it because it does have a lot of flavor, and a lot of people think that it doesn't.
I'm gonna tell you one you need to try if you haven't. It's been out for a long time, man, but it's a cigar that's often overlooked. One of my guys, Sean Cheatham, he probably is not in here now, but I put him on those two, the Tatuaje Black Label. Try to find the Cazador or the Petite Lancero.
Okay.
I remember that cigar very vividly when I first started smoking cigars. That was one of the first cigars that just clicked for me, and I was like, okay, I see why people smoke cigars now. Like, it was just, and it's still very consistent too. Probably still one of my favorites. Probably still my favorite Tatuaje cigar that he's ever made. But
man, that's cool. Now I do know when I started to expand my palate even more as I got more into cigars and actually learned how to actually taste the cigar for what it was instead of just smoking it.
Right.
PDR. I like PDR cigars.
I was just talking to James about PDR cigars today, man. I kid you not. I kid you not. I was messaging him this morning about it, and yeah, we were talking about PDR cigars. I think they're often overlooked, man. And speaking of this beer too,
they really are.
Unc, you listening in? I know you're probably not listening right now, but I was telling everybody he actually had this beer, and I just started drinking it. It's supposed to be some glitter in there, so y'all saw me tilting the can upside down and rolling it around to try to shake it. And look, I still ain't got no glitter, man. I think they messing with folks, man. I ain't got no glitter in here.
Yeah, so. I don't see no glitter in there.
Not at all. You know what? Maybe I do, but it's real faint though. But
maybe you have to let it sit a little bit.
Man, it's been sitting in my I can kind of borderline see it now, but I'm expecting glitter. I'm expecting to see big pieces. I can see it, but it ain't real prevalent. But now I was gonna ask you too, Fred. So just some questions that might be asked to you too. What made you start the channel?
I've been wanting to start a cigar review channel for a long time. I never had the time to get around to it because I was in class and I was like, I can't fit that in my schedule. So now since I've graduated from college, I have time on my hands now, especially for COVID. So I said, what better time to start something and actually do something for for the guys, mainly, a lot of guys who ask me about cigars all the time, a lot of friends of mine that are around my age and a little bit younger, and they're trying to get into the habit of smoking cigars. I figured that not only would it help me, but I figured it help someone else as well. And
right.
just it's just something that I always wanted to do, and I've never been camera shy. Excuse me. From a young kid growing up singing in church, I was never camera shy.
Which is definitely a quality you have to have if you want to be on the visual side. I always tell people, if you do written reviews and stuff, that doesn't matter because nobody's seeing you or anything. But if you want to be on camera, being shy is not gonna work out. So I could, and I was able to pick up on that really quickly too about you not being shy on camera. So those are all good qualities, and I think that kind of helps in that factor when you watch people. And for me, I'll look at, and it's not even just with cigar reviews. It could be watching somebody in middle school playing basketball. For some people just have that it factor, man. So picked up on that really quick. I was like, he's very comfortable, which is good. We all are constantly trying to evolve and grow and hone in and get better on our craft. So you all know we all have stuff we can improve on, but the ground and the foundation is very strong, man. Like I said, numbers ain't lying. You're doing real good, man. Like I said, you're moving faster than me, man.
Hey, man, I was really surprised. I was really surprised with it, honestly, because I was like, man, I only been doing this for 2 weeks and already, getting, this many subscribers. I was really surprised.
Good, but that's a good thing. So that should be a confidence builder too, to let you know that you're doing the right thing too,
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm the type that if it's something that I love and I'm passionate about, I want to embark on that journey of learning more. How can I learn more about this? How can I learn, how can I do more and get more involved into my craft? And cigars is something that I've been loving for a long time. I was never that guy to, where I fell into, smoking weed. I mean, hey, if that's what you love, and that's what you love, but it wasn't my cup of tea, man. It wasn't my swag. Ain't no wrong with it. Ain't no wrong with it, but it just wasn't my swag. A lot of my friends, they're starting to see like, man, bro, Fred, I want to smoke that cigar, bro. I'm like, well, grab you one, player. Come on,
it's the new wave, man.
Well, I be trying to tell them, man.
I'll make sure I ain't missing out. If anybody else had a question for you, let's see. Some people are commenting on PDR cigars. Looks like a lot of people have tried them and liked them. Lee Mack said Definition does have a website. I ordered and should have some in a few days. I will say they shipped out really quick, so that's a very good sign.
Oh yeah.
Hazmat just subscribed to you.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the subscriptions, guys. I really do, man.
Justin Jones, what is going on? Rick G, what's going on? Ron, are you drinking a nitro brew? Not that I know of. This is just a fruity cereal sour ale. I don't think it's a nitro brew. It actually tastes better. The cigar is not bad, but the beer is outshining the cigar right now. The cigar is on the average side for me right now.
Honestly, I can honestly about this Definition cigar. I'm like the flavor, it actually goes well with this Coors Light, in my opinion, not many cigars go well with a Coors Light, and that's just my opinion. But it actually goes in well. It sets well. I get from this one, I get like a hazelnut kind of hazelnut note. And it's pretty damn good.
So what's good about this one is I'm picking up some cedar notes on the cigar. The beer actually tastes like a orange creamsicle. So I'm kind of that creaminess and that cedar is going real well. So this is nice. And glitter's showing up a little bit better now. So I might be having a little bit better luck. My calls, Preacher said he enjoyed the animal cracker. I like the animal cracker too. Have you ever had that, the Surrogate's animal cracker?
No.
You got to check that out. You're going to have to check that out.
All right. I mean, I like animal crackers, man.
Me too, man. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. It's like the most bland tasting, best tasting cracker that you could get.
For real.
They bland, but they taste good though.
Fight over those. Me and my daughter, she was like, "Daddy, give me." No, I'm eating these.
That's all my son wants to eat. You try to throw real food in his face, and he just turn his head. He want crackers. But my call said, Ron, how do you determine what you drink with your cigars? This is the first time I've seen you with a beer, if that's a beer. Yeah, you probably won't see me pairing a beer on an actual review, but I do enjoy beers. And that's just because I don't drink a lot of beer. I drink mostly red wines, Scotch bourbon, and Yeho rum, stuff like that. But I'll drink a beer every now and then. I actually on this parent, I knew I wanted to drink that beer today. I didn't know that this was gonna go with the cigar. I just kind of literally just picked the beer up and was just like,
Right.
if it clashes, it clashes, and I'll kind of keep it off to the side. But so far, it's actually working pretty well. But normally, when I review a cigar, I've smoked that cigar a couple of times, so I know the flavor notes, intensity, all that. So that's how I can pick and choose. So if the cigar is maybe lacking some sweetness, I might jump into a Highland or a Space Side Scotch or a rum. If it's a very spicy cigar and can take it, then I might go to a high-powered bourbon or Isla Scotch, something that's not gonna clash and take over that cigar. So you always want in your pairings, you want the cigar to lead. It's too easy for the cigar to get washed out by the spirit. So most people just put stuff together and they can't taste the cigar. They're like, man, the cigar tastes like the spirit. That's bad. You want the spirit to complement the cigar. You don't want it to take over the cigar.
Right.
A lot of people make that mistake.
You know what?
What you got?
That Dalmore. I've been wanting to taste the Dalmore. A friend of mine just bought a bottle of Dalmore, and he told me that Dalmore is really good. He actually smoked it with a Padron and said that was the best experience he ever had.
I'm gonna tell you what he prepared as, since he likes Scotch. Now, it's not an Isla neither. So it's gonna be more of that fruitiness kind of flavor. It's not gonna be really as peaty or smoky. But try that Glenmorangie. It's called the Quinta Rubin. It's a 14-year-old Quinta Rubin by Glenmorangie. It comes in a green box, and that's what I did the pairing for on the channel. That pairing was out of this world. Out of this world. Yes, Fred, Black Line does sell. I mean, I don't have to talk to you about that now. I'll talk to you offline about that. But age-old I already know your answer to this. Age-old question: V cut or straight cut, and what brand? Sorry if I missed this. I already asked. All right, Fred, go ahead and answer this. I already know what you're finna say.
Hey man, I am a V cut loving brother. I love the V cut, man. I love the V cut. I mean, it's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with the guillotine cut. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I prefer the V cut.
It's all preference, man.
It looks cool. Yeah, man.
It's all preference. Have you used the Calibri V cutter at all?
I have not.
I see you like that V cut. That's the one V cutter that everybody always talks about.
This is the Vertigo, and this thing is old, man.
We're gonna have to get you a Calibri for you. We're gonna have to get you a Calibri for your birthday, man.
Man, I appreciate it. Cause this bad boy right here, man. I cut a cigar the other day, and it smashed the hell out of my finger, man. God damn it.
That's what I tell people too. I'm like, look, if you smoke cheaper cigars or cheap cigars or bundle cigars, great. If you got a cheap lighter, hell, most of the light, you see, I use matches or I use this little $2 lighter most of the time. Great. But the one thing you can't sacrifice on is a cutter. You gotta have a good cutter. I've seen so many people buy expensive cigars and damage the wrapper. It's just like you gotta have a good cutter, man.
You got to. Like I got guillotine cutters. Like I got one for when I bought it was like a little nub sampler box that I got, and because I used to smoke nubs too. I like nubs.
I like the Cameroon
nubs.
Yeah,
Cameroon for sure.
But I don't smoke them a lot either anymore. But I like them though.
What really caught my eye with the nub though was the cafe, because I was drinking coffee, and I tried the nub cafe with that, and I was blown away. I sat back. I said, "God damn, I ain't never had something like this before." I said,
"Hey, I know what it's like when you had that cigar and it just hits, man. I understand." Have you ever had Monkey Shoulder? 504 Lefty said he just tried a bottle of Monkey Shoulder. That's a blended Scotch.
Monkey Shoulder.
I recommend that to a lot of people, especially if they aren't into Scotch. I always recommend a blended Scotch like Johnny Walker. They do a wine cast finish that's really good. The Monkey Shoulder. There's a couple other ones that I'll ask too, because sometimes people will be like, they'll recommend like a Bowmore or Ardbeg, and I'm like, man, if they ain't used to that aggressiveness, they're gonna be turned off from it, and they're gonna think all Scotch tastes like that. They're not gonna want to deal with it.
Right. I mean, like honestly, like when it comes to spirits, man, I guess like with me, the best pairing with a cigar is like it's dark. Uh, that's just in my opinion. Like I love a good Scotch or a good bourbon. I love it with like especially when you get a chance, you can sit back and you can actually enjoy it, and the cigar balances out the taste. That's like the best feeling. That's the best feeling right there.
I agree. And then sometimes and then I'll tell you, when you have a really good cigar too, sometimes I'll be smoking the cigar and it's so good, I don't want anything at all to alter it. So I'll have something in mind and then I'll just go straight to water because I'm like, the cigar tasting too good. I don't even want to mess with this. I just want to leave it alone.
Yeah, man.
Let's see what they talking about. The famous grouse and naked grouse is a good blended Scotch. Yeah, it's been a long time since I had that one, John, but I do remember that. Appreciate that, M. Sotelo. Tell me to hit that like button. Is free. Another question for you, Fred. Do you have a slogan or saying like "Run, be driven, never motivated"? If so, what is it?
Well, I'm
Hey
not much
man, you
of
might, and if you don't now, that's something that may come to you as you are traveling through your cigar journey.
Yeah, man. I really, if I come up with a slogan, it'll be like as of right now. I guess I'm not too worried about having a slogan.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I do say is like the only thing I do say is um I don't like smoking something to do cigars. It's just not what I. It's not what I like. Some cigars that you try something, especially something that's been overhyped, and then when you finally get a chance to taste it, it's kind of like it's not really, what you were getting your mind ready for.
Right.
So I just only thing I say like if smoke something something that you really really like, and instead of smoking or something to do cigar, just
Yep.
just to do it.
I liked it. That's a good point there. Let's see. Some people mentioning some more Scotch. Yeah, even for me, as far as my saying, like it wasn't like when I came up with the channel that the slogan was there. It was just something it was a saying that I had heard a long time ago, and I just believed in it. So even without cigar relation at all, like that was just a saying for me that I always believed in, and I always think that people should. And I was like, and then I thought about, I'm like, there is a difference between being motivated and being driven. It's a complete difference, So
It is, man.
yeah, that'll come with time though. And like I said, I mean, I've been at it now for about 10 months. So you'll look back in about 6 or 7 months and see where the channel is and how everything's going. And it's gonna be crazy, man. Like it's super humbling to me because, I remember when I first started and like if I had 100 views on a video, like I was like, man, that's great. And it gets so much different now. Like the DMs and stuff are a lot busier, emails are a lot busier. So it's just like you're just trying to make sure that you are balancing everything, family, the channel, interacting with people. You want this, the balance is really, really important. But you will see. I'll talk to you in about 6 or 7 months and say how things going. You're like, man, it's crazy, man.
Oh man, I'm just. Oh, excuse me. I'm very like honestly, just like the attention that I'm getting right now is really humbling. Like it's really really humbling for me. I'm a humble person. I don't take nothing for granted.
Right.
I've always like that's just how I was raised, never to take anything for granted. Because just in an instant, think God can have a different thing for you and planned out. And,
right.
Like a friend of mine called me. He called me and woke me up out of my sleep this morning, just to tell me about the Perdomo pack, the Perdomo pack that he just bought, and it was the Perdomo. It has the one that has the champagne and all the Connecticut's in it.
Yep.
That's exactly what he got. He said, "Man, I'm excited." He called me. He had a Perdomo hat on.
That's so funny to me, man, because I mean, there are still some seasoned smokers that smoke Perdomo, but it's just funny to me that as much knowledge and experience that Nick Perdomo has, and as much goes into the cigars, it's just crazy to me that it's so many newer, younger smokers. I was the same way, man. Like when I got into cigars, that's like one of the main companies I smoked. So it's just funny hearing stories about you'll run into somebody and be like, how long you been smoking? Oh, 3 or 4 months. Well, what's your favorite cigars? And Perdomo is always gonna be in there. Perdomo is always gonna be somewhere in that list, man. So I think that's funny.
Man, you know what? I gotta get me another pack of the Uber cigars, because that one I'm for sure that is.
Yeah, you forwarded that over to me. I'm gonna have to check that one out too. You spoke real highly of that one.
Man, it really surprised me for it to be like he only made that cigar for best cigar prices, so you can't find it anywhere else. It's one of those very it's really low key. Nobody's spoken of it. Nobody's really spoken of it. So when I got a chance to smoke it, like I was blown away by it, because it really surprises you. And I mean it is made by Perdomo, but you would think that it's like, man, like you get a 5-pack for $11. You think you're getting something from Thompson Cigars.
Yeah, but the thing about it too though is, so you look at it and you think because of the price it's not good, but Perdomo, even though a lot of their cigars don't particularly hit my palate right, but Perdomo is a very, very good company, man. They're one of the only self-integrated companies. He grow like AJ Fernandez, like they're self-integrated, man. So for me, if self-integration is a sign of you know what you're doing. At least if you got a company the size of Perdomo, AJ Fernandez, right? So both of these companies are huge. So they obviously are doing something right. Who cares if Ron doesn't like my cigars? Thousands of other people do. So I got nothing but respect for him.
Man, we got nothing but respect.
Another question from Chaz. He asked a question from us both. Bought my first Cohiba in a Nicaraguan. What should I expect? Chaz, I have never had the Cohiba Nicaraguan. The only 2 non-Cuban Cohibas I've had was the Connecticut and the Royale. Fred, what about you?
I had the Cohiba Nicaraguan, and it was a gift from my uncle, and I didn't even know what I had at the time until I actually lifted the cigar up and I got a chance to experience the flavors of it. It does have a strong spice to it. If you're not careful, hey man, you're gonna be tipping over.
Would you say it was a good cigar, or was it just spicy, or was it actually a good cigar?
It was spicy, but a very, very very smooth cigar. It was smooth. It was pretty damn good. Now if you're not much of a spice guy, then it's not the cigar for you, because it stays spicy all the way through the cigar.
Right. Yeah, so, I've had 2 different Cohibas. I mean, we're talking about merits. They aren't bad cigars. My price with Cohiba has always been the price. The prices of their cigars. The Connecticut I bought was $18 or $19, and then the Royale was like $26, $27. You floating in Placencia territory, you in Padron territory, you in Davidoff territory. I can buy Aganorsa all day long, 2 for $1 on it. So it's like,
I still haven't got a chance to try the Aganorsa yet. I know you speak highly of the Aganorsa.
Man, yeah, we'll have to see what we can do about that. I have to send you a little care package over, man.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, I have to.
I should have. I've been I've been hearing a lot about the Aganorsa and the Hiram and Solomon.
I've only had one Hiram and Solomon. It was the Traveling Man Lancero, and it was fantastic.
Really?
Yes. That's one of those cigars when you first light it up and you kind of take it back and look at it like, damn, it was that good. That's the only Hiram and Solomon cigar I've ever had, though.
Like that?
Yeah, as soon as I hit it, I was looking like, nah, man, hit it again. I was like, damn, this thing. I probably would want to smoke another one, but from what I remember, it was box worthy, without question. Like full. I wouldn't even need I wouldn't need a discount on that. I just buy the box. It was that good.
It's cool, man. I just a guy, one of my Instagram buddies sent me a Liga Privada number 9.
Never had one?
Never had one.
It's gonna be good here.
Hey,
well, I'm gonna tell you what. It's not gonna be any in the middle. You're either gonna really like it or you're really gonna not like it. That's my opinion. That's my opinion, though, just from smoking enough of them. I think you're either gonna be like, man, I'm really digging this, or like, I don't see what the hype is about it. It ain't gonna be it's okay.
I'm excited to review that cigar. I'm saving it I'm, when you get a special cigar like that, man, you like, should I smoke this now?
Mhm.
Maybe I smoke it later.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready to see that review.
Oh yeah, man. He sent me that one, and he said he's gonna send me the because I haven't tried any of the flying pigs yet. I haven't tried them yet.
Oh man, that
He
Pharaoh
told me
flying
I was in
pig,
for a
dude.
treat.
Yeah, man. That Pharaoh flying. I mean, the only thing I would say, obviously, now, like with my Drew Estate series, like I just ran into a brick wall because all the cigars were older, and the body of the smoke was still there, but just the flavor had just flattened out. So and some of the strength was
Oh,
still there,
okay.
but so it was like you got all the components, but it's like you got the seasoning and everything laid out, but you ain't got the meat on the table. Like, man, what can I? If it ain't no
Right.
meat, if it ain't no meat there, I can't do nothing with it. So,
Right.
shout
I
out to
understand
Dungeon
that
too.
perfectly.
Dungeon just said he just signed up for Black Line. Glad you're excited, man. I know James is happy about that. Y'all make sure y'all keep James busy as hell too, man. I like getting pictures where he looks like he works for the postal service. Y'all keep him busy, man.
Oh man, that's this. What? Hey, it was another cigar I wanted you to try, Ron. Let me hold on. I'm trying to think of it. What is the name of that cigar? When you have it at the tip of your tongue,
Is
and then
it
it just
local
leaves
or
right
is it like something big?
No. This is they're local. They're pretty low key.
I was say it ain't Ezra
honestly.
Zion, is it?
Uh-uh.
I was say I already did my dance with them.
I for sure. I just talked to them. When we get offline, I'll find them and I'll send them to you.
Okay.
I like smoking the underdog cigars because a lot of those guys talking to them, talking to them, and then they send cigars over to try or whatever, and then you try and some of them really really surprise you.
Right.
That's what I guess that's what I like. I like the mystery of a cigar. I love having a mystery, just saying like, all right, what is this cigar going to bring me? What type of flavor? What type? What can I expect with this cigar? I love a cigar like that.
Yeah. So I mean the underdog thing for me has pretty much been the whole thought process for me too, right? So I look at like somebody like
Mm-hmm.
HBC. 6 months ago, not a lot of people knew about them. You look at a company like Illusion, they've been out for years and years, a
Mm-hmm.
decade even. Not a lot of people know about them. There's still a lot of people that haven't smoked Warp cigars. So I'm kind of on that train too. If I could find that boutique company or that smaller company that's putting out a great product, they're not trying to kill your wallet, like that's where you'll find Ron smoking a lot of cigars here. Now, I still
Oh yeah.
appreciate the giants too, like Padron, Placencia's in there too. And like I said, I'm not the biggest Davidoff fan in the world. They do have some cigars I do like though, but mostly I'm gonna be trying to stay in that smaller realm too, where I could find like who's
Mm-hmm.
the next big company coming up. So
Oh, you got to try the Antigua if you haven't already.
I haven't. I think somebody else mentioned that a couple of days ago too. The Antigua.
That's the one I did my first review on, the Antigua.
Mm-hmm.
I just talked to his name is Art Garcia. He's doing some really really great things for the people out of Nicaragua for the time being for COVID-19.
Right.
Everything he gets from the cigars, he puts towards that community to help them out, and that's amazing to
That's
me.
cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
That cigar, I'm telling you, brother, that cigar right there is really really good. That cigar is really
I
really
trust your
good.
palate now. I trust you now. I know you ain't gonna steer us in the wrong direction.
Oh no, I'll tell you, if a cigar ain't what it is, I'm telling you.
We'll see what my call said. Ron, your personality and awareness of cigars and liquor is very advanced, and it really helps to draw people to your channel. You're a good communicator and have a friendly spirit. Man, I try to be, and as you see with Fred, man, I've said it before. I say it a lot of times. I try to associate myself with like-minded people too. So I feel like Fred's only a couple years younger than me, but I feel like our personalities are pretty close, laid back, just kind of even keel. So like I tell people all the time, is I don't really know how to answer that other than I'm just being me. That's really the only thing I could
That's
say
all you
about it.
can be.
I'm just being me. Rodney Landers, what's going on? He got a box of Supreme Leafs heading to him. So if anybody needs some Supreme Leafs, that's the man you need to reach out to. Number 9.
Somebody just asked me, have I burned the Superfly yet? I have not burned the Superfly yet. I just saw that cigar and I did not get it. I said, I'll try it, but I hear a lot of good things about the Superfly.
I like Oscar. Oscar makes some really good cigars. I've only smoked the Superfly and the Corona a couple times, but from what I remember, it was a good cigar.
It was good.
Yeah. I mean, they have a Toro and stuff too. I imagine that's gonna be fine too. But I just smoked the small. I usually, if I see a Robusto or smaller in the size, I usually try to grab that first. Unless like if I see a full size run or something, and then like if James or Lee Mack or somebody's telling me like, oh, I smoked the Toro and I liked it, then I might go grab the Toro first.
Yeah.
But off the top, I'm gonna go Robusto, Corona Gorda, or Lance. I'm gonna go smaller. I'm not gonna try to go up. So, which is weird because even though they, when they blend cigars, they blend it to Toro size. But
Man, I gotta get me a perfect draw. Now I'm in your shoes where you were. Now I'm back. Somebody just called me.
I got you.
But now I'm back where you were. When when you didn't have the perfect draw, you like, man, I gotta get me a perfect draw. I'm right there.
I mean, I went 5 years without one, and honestly, like I said, when I got it, I feel like really the only time I'm really gonna be like, oh man, I'm searching for it is Cubans, and I was smoking a Porlo and Yaga Petite Corona on a live stream the other day, and it was just like tight, so I was messing with it then. But that's the only time I've ever pulled it. It sits on the table here. That's the only time I've used it. But from what I hear from people is the first couple that you save, that's gonna be worth the investment. And like I said, shout out to Ventez and A-Rod, man. They helped pitch in and buy me that. So shout out to those guys there, man. Yeah. James says no, stay away from the perfect draw.
Why you say that, James?
He just old school, man. He old school. I can't say nothing because I didn't have one for a long time neither, man. I told James he ain't gonna have a choice though, because he's gonna have a perfect draw coming to his doorstep one day. It ain't nothing he gonna be able to do about it. You can't give, if you give it away or throw it away or something, we're gonna have a problem, James. You gotta keep it.
You gotta keep it.
So let's see what we got.
Priest
said, fun fact, Pops named me Priest after Superfly, born in 74. Now everyone calls me Superfly at the shop.
Ooh, the Superfly preacher.
Oh man. Well, were you about to ask me a question, Fred?
Okay, so I tried the Basil Hayden.
Yep.
I tried the Basil Hayden with another cigar. It was the as a matter of fact, it was a PDR. I can't recall the actual name of it, but it was one of the PDR cigars.
El Trovador or the Flores and
no, I have the wrapper. I gotta find the wrapper. I'll give you the name of it. But actually, I tried it with two different PDRs. It was one of them. It was like a man. It was a while back, and I cannot remember the name for the life of me.
Did you enjoy it?
But it was good, and I was really surprised because Basil Hayden, it has like a slightly sweet nose on it, but it's not sweet.
No, and I was gonna say Basil Hayden is for me. I feel like Basil Hayden. So if anybody's ever looking for a bourbon, that's a pretty universal pair as far as like medium to full. Like Basil Hayden is really good because the proof is not too high on it, and you can pretty much pair that bourbon with anything. So I would say I'm not a huge Basil Hayden fan, but as far as a pairing, you pretty much can't mess up if you get a Basil Hayden. You pretty much anything will go with it. So
I'm a Diplomatico rum guy.
Very good rum.
I love the Diplomatico rum, and you can really pair that rum with almost any cigar, in my opinion, because of the sweetness that you get from that cigar. I mean, from that rum.
Yep.
And you pair with any cigar, it no matter, even if it's an all the way full body cigar with no flavor, that rum will actually give it like a little flavor.
I'm gonna tell you another one too that it's starting to get a little notoriety now. But if you can get your hands on Foursquare rum, try to find you a bottle of Foursquare rum. They do some finishes and wine barrels that are real good. But that's a rum that floats under a lot of people's radars because most people think about Diplomatico, Zaya, the Plantation series,
Mm-hmm.
Zacapa. Those are rums that we all Bacardi, but Foursquare is a really good rum. I think a lot of people haven't heard of or just kind of walked over and just. And there's another one too. It's kind of expensive. It's like $50 or $60. It's called the Don Q Grant and Yeho. It comes in a nice box. It's nice presentation. It's really good.
I think I heard of that one before. I think, you know what? I actually have my uncle. I tried it. I tried it with my uncle before. As a matter of fact, I tried it with him. It was like a few months back, before COVID really got started, because he was in Houston, and I was in my apartment in Houston at the time before I moved back to Dallas, and he came out. He had some cigars. We smoked. I think that's the first time when I tried the Padron, the 1926,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a box of those, and we were smoking a couple of those, and we drank some of that, and it was really
sound like Uncle know what he doing, man.
Oh yeah.
Sound like Uncle got his game on. And
Oh
then I
yeah,
got
he sure does.
another quick question for you too, Fred. So and this is just like I tell people all the time, I still feel like I'm a viewer too, even though creating content. But where does Fred see himself at a year from now? What's the goal for Fred's channel?
My goal for my channel, I don't, just to reach as many people as I can, to help out as many people as I can, especially the ones that are in our age bracket,
Right.
because it's a lot of them that's starting to get into cigars,
Mm-hmm.
and they really don't know, and a lot of them, even though it's somebody that's way more experienced than I am, but the fact that we're in the same age bracket, they're kind of like, oh man, well, let me see what he's talking about. Let me see what he's talking about.
Right.
I try, my thing is I just want to connect with the people, whether the channel is successful or not. I'm doing something that I
it's
love to
successful.
do.
It will be, man. It'll be successful.
I appreciate it, man. I guess I'm looking like towards to reaching as many people as I can and helping as many people as I can with,
Right.
with whatever, if they want to connect with me on on the cigar level, and trying to figure out, hey man, what can, and from my experience, that the experience that I have, and broadening out my palette, I want to do whatever I can to help somebody else that doesn't know, what, what's going on. So that's my goal. I know it may not seem like a really big goal.
No,
But
I think that's actually really good because so we both are categorized as millennials, right? And so
mm-hmm.
the consensus isn't very high for millennials, but from in my thought process, I always felt like, so when I started smoking in 2015 and I started watching content creators, there wasn't anybody around that was really my age or yours. So and really other than us right now, there still isn't. So think about that too, like your Cigar Obsession, your Cigar Vixen, Tim, Bradley, Lee Mack. Should I Smoke This is around? I think he's a couple years older than us, but there wasn't really anybody that the 23 or 24 or 25-year-old getting into cigars really could relate to immediately. So that's why I feel like me and you both have that niche where we can get those people too, because there's automatically going to be attraction, for lack of better words, because of the age. But then the way you carry yourself and how you are is going to get the respect of people that are older than you too. So you're able to bridge that gap. And I think that's what ultimately is what's going to make you really successful. You're able to get everybody, whereas certain people are only able to target certain groups. And so for me, when I started, I knew I was going to get the people my age. That was already there, but I wanted to try to figure out a way to get the older generation, and I also wanted to find a way to figure out to get the female population too. So those were just things that were going through my head. But
you're in the sneakers, right?
I am. I haven't bought any this year, but I am. I was talking. I want those Toro 14s, man.
I got some homies. They actually have a YouTube as well.
Mhm.
They call Sneakers and Stogies.
You
They're
know,
out
that's
of
my.
Houston, Texas.
You gotta tell them the story. So when I first was starting my YouTube channel in September, that was going to be the name of my channel.
Really?
If you look at my email, it is. If you look at my email for this channel, it's sneakers and stogies at gmail.com. That was going to be the name of my channel.
That's crazy.
Yep. So you had to
That's
tell them they almost were asked out.
Yeah. For sure, man. For sure, man.
Now that's cool though, man.
Just
I'm
talked to
glad
them.
somebody's using it.
Yeah, man. They real cool dudes, man. They real cool dudes. They always do. You know, they go from they do the stuff like what they do. They talk about the sneakerhead community and everything.
Right.
Then towards the end, they talk about the cigar community and the stogies that they be smoking.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
it's
a
really
lot
cool,
of the
man.
subs, a lot of people that are subbed up to the channel for me are coming from the sneaker community. Like my boy 901 Fires Kick was in here, 504 Lefty, M Sotelo. It's a couple of people in here that are real big in the sneaker community too. So before I started my channel, that's where I spent most of my time. When I took a little bit of a break from the cigar community, I was over in the sneaker community a lot. So, and actually,
I wish I was into the sneakers. I wish I was into the sneakers, man. I'm to me, I guess it's just me. Like I'm I'm perfectly fine with a nice pair of icy white K Swiss. I would wear them bad boys to ain't no end.
See,
And
I'm the total opposite. I'll wear a $2 or $3 shirt, or I don't care about pants, but my shoes, I'm gonna have some nice. I'm gonna always try to have some nice shoes on, but pants and all this stuff, like whatever, man. Like I like shoes though. I've always been a shoe guy, and honestly, that's what got me to start my channel. Actually, seriously, was it was a group called damn. Why can't I? Their name is escaping me right now, and it's pissing me off. Damn, that's gonna kill me. Let me look this up real quick because I gotta give them a shout out, man.
Okay.
Damn. That's getting old, man. Getting old. See if you can answer. Man, dude, that's killing me. I'll remember.
Somebody just asked. Fred, have you heard of the Isabella Cigar Company? I have not heard of the Isabella Cigar Company. I have not. I would send me whatever you can. If you have an Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Cigarhead Fred and inbox me. I haven't got the email thing set up yet, so just inbox me if you have an Instagram and send me the details. I'm always into learning about new cigar companies and whatever. I'm always interested in that.
Shout out to my boy Snatching Souls, and then they have a group called Next Up.
Okay.
Next Up, and it's about 10 of them, and they do a show I think twice a week. I haven't been over there in a while, but when I watched those guys, they all were under 1,000 subs, but they all were putting out consistent content, and they were really good dudes, man. They were like ultimately when I saw them, I was like, shit, man. I need to start me a channel too, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, man. I'm just gonna start me a channel.
Right.
So they always are really supportive of me too. Shout out to JJ all day, Snatching Souls, 901 Fire Kicks, Cousins A, Johnny J's. Man, it's a couple guys I'm forgetting too, man. That's in there too. I hate that my mind ain't.
You know what, Ron?
What
let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you what drew me to watch your channel. And it wasn't. I didn't hear about you. Well, your video came up after I was watching Unc's video, and I didn't even know he said anything. I didn't know he said anything about you. I was like, man, what is this? The Final Four? I'm like, man, what's up with this? I was like, wait a minute. So when you did the series on when you did the series, that whole series, I watched the entire series that you did, and I was so impressed when you when you did especially the Final Four. I love that idea. That's I love that idea, man. That'd
probably go down as my greatest work of all time, man. And that's probably easily the most thing I'm proud of. And I know Eric, my video guy, that's probably what he's most proud of too, man.
Yeah, man. That really caught my eye, and I sent it to a couple of friends that's like to my friends now that's starting to get into cigars,
Right.
and they're like, bro, this is live, like it's live. I said, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, my boy got something
Hey
here,
man,
man.
I'm just really glad that the reception of it was really, really good. And like I said, when I came up with the idea in December of last year, and I did a lot of extensive research to make sure I wasn't crossing on no toes or anything, or nobody had done anything like it. And I was just really shocked. You know, I think people had done tournament style before, but then I knew we could put a twist on it with the March Madness theme and graphics and stuff. And I was like, I was talking to Eric, and I was like, man, we got a chance to do something that nobody's ever been able to do. So, you know, with that being said, I feel like I could quit my channel today, and I feel like that series alone would be something that would be talked about for a long time. And so for me, that makes me
it
happy.
will
And that's
be.
like, I did my job, man. I opened people's minds up a little bit. I did something different. That in itself, I'm super proud of, man. That's by far what I'm most proud of.
Oh yeah, man, and I'm happy that you did it, man, because it's something. It's so different and unique. So it's really really great to see, man. And that kind of that looking at that, it made me because I'll go ahead and tell you now the series that I'm doing, and like Uncle Lee Mac says, no disrespect to my pink brothers and pink brothers and sisters of the leaf, but
Right.
um 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 I'm strong on the black owned cigar companies because you know this is you got to support your people.
Now,
And
with that being said, if there are any black cigar companies that are out here, you know, I will say it for me on my behalf. I'm not gonna just support you just because you're black owned. If you're black owned, you got to be on top of your P's and Q's.
for
Like
sure,
your products got to be good. Like Unc said, he noticed with Definition Cigars, the shipping was very quick. You're still going to be, there's a standard that has to be met. If the standard's
yes,
not being met, I'm not going to just support you just because you're black owned. You still have to do the right thing and put out a great product.
right.
Then you will be supported.
That's exactly why I'm doing it because
Right.
that's exactly why I'm doing this series of the cigars that I'll be smoking will be from black owned cigar companies because not only do I want people to know about them, I want to know if they're putting out good quality cigars or not.
That'll be a good
And you know,
series.
it's because you yeah, it has to, I'm gonna be honest because that's one thing. Not that y'all told me, that you and Uncle Lee Mac told me, but just my dad was telling me the same thing. He said, man, be honest with your cigar reviews
Right.
because you don't want to lead, you don't want to steer nobody in the wrong direction. You don't want nobody to just be hyped up about a cigar and then come to find out like, man, you just trying to do this
Trying to
because
push
of that.
cigars, right? And
Yeah, I'm
trust me,
like, no, that's not
as
why I'm doing it.
as more time comes around, you'll notice some other reviewers and reviews and stuff, and you can like for me, I could tell very quickly if you're being honest. You can tell, like I think I mentioned it before too. You can tell if somebody read a review and then went and got on camera and started talking. It's like almost they're reading off the piece of paper. You could just tell it's not.
Right. Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. Try to
but
be as
yeah,
honest as I
I'm
can,
excited
man,
about
because
that, man.
I'm excited about it, man. That's why I've been talking to some guys. Like I talked to Chris at Carolina Blue Cigars, and
Yep.
talked to him. I talked to, of course, I talked to Tiger for Tiger Cigars out there in Houston.
Shout out to
Of course,
Black Star Line cigars too. They do the
Black
Warwich.
Star. I
That's a
haven't got a chance to
fantastic
talk to
cigar,
them
man.
just yet. Really?
Fantastic cigar. Yes. Yes. Very big fan
I
of
haven't
that
got a
cigar.
chance to talk to him yet. I'm excited to get a chance to talk to him, and I'll for sure be I just, oh man, I'll tell you. So Pedro from the spokesman for Drew Estate.
Yep.
I
Very
just
familiar with him.
talked to him. I just talked to him, man. He followed me on Instagram, man. I've been talking to him. So
Pedro's
man,
a good
that
dude.
dude is funny. He is funny. That man
Yeah,
is
shout out to
funny.
Pedro.
Shout out to Pedro, man. That dude is funny. But
all right, Priest.
yeah,
That's a bet, Priest. I actually watched the interview that they did with Cigar Prop, and I was a fan of both of those guys. They are the epitome of what I'm trying to go to be around authentic, real people too. I like what they got going on. I like what they're doing. So that'll be cool, man. I'm looking forward to that, Priest. We'll definitely chat. And I saw the comment earlier, but I forgot. I think Rodney said it. You know how you said you'll have your nice icy white pair of K-Swiss. He said he rocking steel toe boots.
Oh yeah, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with steel toes.
Hey, I wore steel toes too for a little time, man.
Oh yeah, man. Ain't nothing wrong with a pair of steel toes, man.
Oh man. Unc said he's back. He must be back at the house. See what we got. I have 2 victory cigars. I'm gonna send one to Ron. Yeah, slow down with getting married and being a new dad. Definitely.
Definitely. I got baby number 2 on the way. And the gender reveals had me stressed out, and that mug is next week. I'm stressed.
Oh man, Priest just had a question. He said, or a statement. He said, I've been thinking about starting the channel, even had a combo with the GOAT. Just never been sure about my place in the space. Priest, it's room for everybody. And the more simple thing I always tell people too is, so think about this theoretically. Lee Mac drops a video on Sundays. I kind of come all over the place. I ain't got no schedule. Cigar Vixen has her day that everybody knows she comes out Sunday morning. Cigar Obsession, I forgot what his schedule is. Cigar Prop. Everybody has their own thing. So it's plenty of room here, man. It's plenty of room. I know at least
Plenty
for me.
of room.
I'm gonna say I would want you to start a channel because I feel like there's hundreds, maybe thousands of cigar channels, and I'm on record saying that I think there's maybe only 15 or 20 good channels, and out of those 15 or 20 good ones, I probably really watch 3 or 4, maybe. So it's always room, man. Always.
Brian just asked me a question. Will you burn 1 or 2 before doing your review? Well, you know what? Actually, yes, I will do that because I like to. I want to. I mean, with some cigars, like like the Liga Privada, that'll be my first time smoking it, and so I want to go ahead and just get just let that be a surprise for the review. But for I was thinking about that if I was gonna burn one before I do a review on it, and I actually because I'm excited about it, knowing me, because I'll be excited when I get cigars like a little kid,
right?
Like getting the ice, like running to the ice cream truck, and I think I may do that. I think I may do that because I'll be so excited, just to see what I'm getting myself into, because I'm really excited about this series, man.
I mean, I would say that too. Yeah, 80 or 90% of the time, if I'm reviewing a cigar, it's a cigar I'm familiar with. But then, of course, like I did the Drew Estate series. Most of those cigars I never had. I just came on blind and just told you what I think. So I think you get you a little bit of balance. Think about, like, even today, Unc dropped a review of the Los Calaveras 2020. That was his first time smoking it, and he reviewed it. So I think it's cool to be able to do both of those, because if you've smoked a cigar a lot, and that's why I always tell people, always judge the cigar that you're smoking at that time. So always try to remain unbiased. I might have smoked 1,000 of these and they performed great, tasted great, but if I smoke this one, it starts cracking up, tasting bitter and stuff, I'm gonna judge this one. I might leave in the notes or say in the end, I still think this is a great cigar, just this one didn't perform well, or whatever it may be.
Right, yeah.
And speaking of this one, this isn't a bad cigar. I got this cigar provided to me, thankfully, but I looked at the retail on it. I think these are around $10 or $11. I think it's a good cigar, but this isn't nothing I'm going to reach for. If it was probably in that $6 to $7 range, I might grab it and smoke it every now and then. But at that $10, $11 range, there's a lot more cigars that I enjoy a lot more. That will keep me from buying this cigar. But it's not a bad cigar though. Now it's better than the other one I had earlier.
I was thinking about doing I was thinking about reviewing. I know, like, I'm like, I don't care if it's like a gimmick cigar. I still like to review different types of shapes of cigars.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Drew Estate Egg, I want to review that. I want to review that, and I want to do a review on the Calibras.
Oh yeah. I got a Partagas Calibra I was supposed to be reviewing, but I wanted to do the review. I wanted me and Eric and get one other person. And we were all gonna sit together and smoke it and give everybody our thoughts on it. So I would tell you this too, just some experience from me. If you want to, like you just said, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I want to review it. So I would tell somebody like you this just coming in, as long as you can look in the mirror and you're comfortable with yourself and what you're doing, then that's all that matters. Don't try to try to get in a lane that's not really you, or don't, you know what I mean? Or as Unc always told me, don't let your fan base or your subscribers or your family dictate your channel. If you know, like me, I don't smoke bundle cigars, so it's like it's gonna be very weird for me to just come on the channel and just hit y'all over the head with bundles. I don't smoke them, so a lot of them probably aren't gonna score that well. And then people will be like, "Well, why does this only score 80 or something?" It's like I'm basing this off of a lot of other cigars I smoked that it's not coming close to. Or I'm gonna be honest, if it is good, that's cool. But for the most part, bundles just aren't my speed. So, but you got a lot of different channels. Some channels specialize in budget everyday cigars. Some channels specialize in rare, hard to find stuff. Some channels are all over the place. So I want to try to be a little bit of a balance. I want to try to get that $6, $7 to $8 all the way up to about $25, $30 cigar. That's the cigars that I typically smoke. So.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm gonna tell you, I'm so jealous because I'm jealous of Cowboy because I looked at his last video when he did his little unboxing.
Yep.
I was jealous.
I like Cowboy. Cowboy got it. Cowboy gonna have it. If Cowboy sticks with it, he's gonna have a good channel. So he's got he's got the person. He's got the personality. I saw James say you could have his egg. So look at that. You ain't even got to pay for it.
James, brother, I appreciate that because I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that, man.
Mike said I asked a question a while ago. It might have been I answered, "What was your first cigar and did you like it?" Fred did answer that question. You can rerun through it.
Oh yeah, man. The first cigar that I had, the first that I really that I had was it was a cigar from Jamaica. A friend of mine got me that cigar, and it was an infused cigar. It was infused with Hennessy Pure White. It came in its own humidifying bag, and it was actually it have a label on it. I cannot remember the name of that cigar, but that was one of the best cigars that I've ever had in my life. That cigar there, it was
truth be told, Jamaica used to do a lot with tobacco, man.
Yeah.
Like I remember Nick Melillo when he first started smoking. I forgot the brand, but he was really big into Jamaican tobacco, and I believe the Upsetter has Jamaican tobacco in it.
See, like, and the thing about it is with that one too, the Hennessy Pure White really mixed with the sugar cane that was in that cigar. You taste the sugar cane in it, and man, it was so good. And it like it was sweet, but it wasn't too sweet. I love cigars that has that sweet taste, but it's not too sweet to where it's like overbearing.
Right. That's how I am too. I don't mind sweetness, but I don't want it to taste artificial. And that's why I don't really care for sweetened caps and infused cigars. I don't like when it doesn't even taste like authentic. Right. Like that's just not me. So doesn't get my palate there.
I like a good gordito. I like a good gordito cigar. I like gorditos. I love robustos.
Yep.
Because like for me, for like even though it's a short smoke, you get a lot of flavor in that time that you're smoking it. You get a lot of flavors, and some of them they're not too complex, but they're just like they're smooth enough to where you can enjoy it.
So that's my thing too. So like even especially off camera, if I could smoke a cigar, if it's not necessarily the most complex cigar, but it has a lot of nice flavor and a little bit of strength to it, I still really enjoy those cigars. I think when I have my strength rating involved, sometimes people get it like they get confused and think that the cigar has to be strong in order for me to think that it's good, and that's not the case. If it's full, if it's got nice body of smoke and nice flavors, it's still considered a good cigar to me. You sideways on me now.
We back?
Yep, you sideways.
Okay, hold on, let me fix it.
There you go.
All right, there we go. We good?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what just happened. Hold on, let me see.
Ricardo just said my best cigar by far was a freshly rolled cigar off the streets of South Beach, Miami. I got to get back to Miami, man. Last time I was at Miami, I was not a cigar smoker. So I have not been to Miami or Tampa since I started smoking cigars. Fred froze up on us. He'll be back in. But anybody smoking anything good right now? Yeah, like I said, this is just a pretty good cigar, but the beer is definitely better than the cigar. Got the new HVC going. What do you think, James? Is that new HVC just as good as the regular Tesoro?
We back on here?
I got you now.
All right, let me get my video up.
All right, the new Ash Head said he's smoking the LFD Maduro Cabinet number 5. That is an excellent cigar. Not yet but I will be. No Diamond Crown Maximus sucks. About to light up a rower 20-year Colorado. Fantastic cigar. I love those. James, that's what I like to hear. Waiting a little bit to smoke. It's still blazing here in North Carolina. Yeah, it's hot outside too.
It is hot outside, man.
I know it's hot down. I know it's hot down there.
Oh yeah, it's hot, man. I think right now it's like 97, 98.
Mm-hmm.
And then look, Ron, the gender reveal is next Sunday, right? So it's supposed to be like
what you hoping for, or
like
does
100.
it? Let me ask you now, because I know the PC answer is I don't care as long as the baby's healthy. What you want, man?
I want a boy.
Okay, all right.
I'm just a boy.
Sometimes, because like I said, if I have another child, like I'm not gonna lie, I want a girl. So it's just like some people, which I understand. Yeah, you want the baby to be healthy and stuff, but it's like in your mind, you know what you want. You want something. You prefer to have something. So.
Oh yeah, I want a boy, man, all the way. Cause my daughter is me already.
Yep.
So I know when I have a boy, that's gonna be me, like times 10.
That's how. So, man, my son, he's like I said, he personality is crazy. Like I just look at him, I'm like, man, that's crazy. Looking at a little person that looks just like you, that's still crazy to me.
Oh yeah.
See what we got. Heat index is reading 100. So we got everybody else seem like they suffering in the heat too.
Oh yeah, man. Because I worked at a golf course. That was my summer job. When I would come back home before going back to school.
Right.
And man, I enjoyed it. And that's another thing that really got me into doing cigars and wanting to, experiencing cigars more. I met so many guys that because that was at the golf course. That was the first time I tried a Baccarat.
Yep.
I tried the Baccarat. I tried it was a couple of cigars I never even heard of. I smoked a cigar that was from Germany, and at the time I didn't even know Germany made cigars. I was like, man, get out of here.
Shit, I did. You taught me something there neither. I didn't know they did either.
Man, it started with an S. It had a really long name, but it was a good cigar though. It was a good cigar. It you can't get it. You can't get it in the States. It's like one of his friends
mailed it over to him.
Yeah, mailed it to him. He sent him a whole box of them. So like he brought the entire box out to the golf course and had like 3 bottles of Jameson in the cart. So I was like, hey, I guess you're really planning on having a good time.
Sound like it, yeah. Anybody I know that likes Jameson, they like getting drunk. So that.
Oh yeah, hey man, I like Jameson. I guess like my favorite shot that I like to take is the pickleback shot. Because the real pickleback shot is Jameson and pickle juice. So I take I'll kill a whole bottle of Jameson with pickleback.
I'm gonna tell you what. So if you like Irish whiskey, man, try you some Redbreast 12. Redbreast 12 is, man, and they got a 15-year, and I believe they got it in cask strength too. But Redbreast 12 is just butter.
Really?
Butter, yes.
I'm gonna try it. Now I tried the Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
Yep.
I just tried that, and that one that was good.
Yep.
That was good.
See, and Wild Turkey, like I think I drank some when I was like a teenager, and I threw up, and so for a long time. When I thought of Wild Turkey, I could smell the throw up I had, so I stayed away from Wild Turkey for a long time, man. But they make some good stuff, though.
Have you had the Crown Monarch?
I have not. I have.
I'm a see because a friend of mine on Instagram, he specializes in like his pages, like he smokes cigars, but he specializes in whiskeys and scotches. Like that is his thing.
Right.
So I'll hit him up and I'll ask him if he has any more. And if he has any more, then I'll send you a sample of it.
That would have been me. Like if I would have started my channel 3 or 4 years ago, it would have been a whiskey channel. It wouldn't have been a cigar channel. So
yeah, man, because like it's so many. Because like just like cigars, it's so many different ones. And like I like even like when it comes to the whiskeys and stuff, I like smoking the underdog stuff too.
Right.
Because like you know, I said
I know what you were saying. Yeah.
So like my dad told me about was it Canadian Mist? How like Canadian Mist is Crown. They just put it. It's Crown, and I was like, he's lying. He's like, no, I'm serious. Like it's Crown. All they did was just take that. They aged it a little bit longer, and they put it in. They put it in a different bottle. And
it's a lot of that. Just like Pappy Van Winkle, like the Weller Special Reserve. That's $20-$25. Pappy Van Winkle is literally Weller that Julian Van Winkle and his son walk into the warehouse and just pick out the barrels. That's the only difference. That's it.
Is the Van Winkle good?
It is. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's good. I like the 10 and the 15 years. The proof is a little higher, so you're getting a little bit more flavor intensity. So I prefer those. The Lot B is cool. I've had the 20 and 23. The 23 is just way too old. It's just all wood. And the 20 is hit or miss from year to year. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's But the price you pay for it is like, it's a lot of stuff that sits on the shelf to me that's just as good.
Right. Okay.
So,
now I was gonna ask you about this cigar. I don't know if you tried it yet. The Nasty Fritas.
Yes, I do like those.
You like the Nasty Fritas? Okay.
Very good bang for your buck cigar.
Really? Okay, cool. Because it's a friend of mine. He's sending me. I think he said he's gonna send me like 2 of them.
They're good. The Nasty's Frita and the Papa's Frita is the other one. They both are pretty good.
Cool.
I'll tell you another one. If like I tell everybody in the budget realm, the Illusion Rothschild Maduro. It's like a $5 cigar, and it comes in cabinets of 50. Every day. That's a daily smoker. That's just a really, really good cigar.
That's a bet.
So we got some people coming in the chat. Big Calvin said, "God bless me with the girl first and the boy second. It's a wrap after that. No more."
Oh man, hey, I feel the same way, brother.
Hey, if I get a girl this go around, it's a wrap for me too.
I feel you. Now, like I mean, I was like, if me and my fiance, if we have, she like, hey, I want another baby, I may be open for it. I may be open to it, but not right now.
Yeah,
not right now. That has to be like 5 years later. Five. Give me some time.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel
Give me some time. Who's talking about the Old Forester? The Old Forester is good, man.
I do like that. I buy a bottle of birthday bourbon every year.
That Old Forester is good.
I'm gonna tell you another good budget bottle. That Old Forester Signature 100 proof. It's like $26. It's cheap enough where you could put it in cocktails, or you could drink it neat or on ice. Fantastic. Good budget.
Now I'm gonna tell you my two favorites. My two favorites to drink is Four Roses and 1792 small batch.
1792 is very slept on.
That
is Colonel Taylor small batch.
Colonel Taylor, yes,
Colonel Taylor's another good one.
Yes, sir.
Colonel Taylor. Let's see. Have you smoked the Lunatic Torch? Mr. Clark 30 said gonna smoke a Lunatic Torch when it cools off. If you smoking it in the Visionary size, I smoked 3 of them already, box worthy cigar.
Now I haven't tried that one. The only lunatic that I've tried is the JFR Lunatic.
Man, that torch in that 6.5 by 52 is really good, man.
Cool. I'm at the man. You give me a whole list of cigars that I for sure have to try. I gotta try.
Brian just said my oldest just started burning cigars with me, but he can't afford this here. It ain't that cheap, or it ain't cheap. And that's why I was saying about the whole FDA thing. I'm like, y'all trying to target this market like kids are smoking cigars, man. When I was 18 to 19, 20 years old, I couldn't afford no cigars, man. I was trying to keep food in my stomach, man. I wasn't thinking about no cigars.
You're right.
And it's not. That's why I always say if you ain't ready to step up to the plate, then cigar smoking ain't for you. I'll say it all the time. Cigar smoking is a grown man's game, man. This ain't a cheap lifestyle. It ain't a cheap hobby, man. It's an expensive hobby.
It's a true lifestyle, and it's not for everybody. It's
No.
like it's not something that you can just, you know what, today, I'm gonna smoke like 8 cigars, and you ain't never smoked cigars before. That's
not gonna work, right? And
that's
I tell
it works.
I tell people now I smoke 4 to 6 cigars a day. Some days might be like yesterday I didn't smoke but 3, but I wasn't like that at first. For the first couple 4 years, I was 1, maybe 2 a day. I didn't come out the gate smoking a lot of cigars. It's just something that naturally progressed over time.
Now, one thing I'm starting to kind of learn about is just to separate the cigars that I'm gonna smoke on my free time and the cigars that I'm gonna smoke for my reviews. That it's a debate. It is a debate because you're trying to figure out, all right, should I smoke this one or should I smoke that one? You're trying to figure it out, and it's like it's something that I constantly debate with, because I have what's the La Gloria
Cubana Serie R.
Cubana, yes.
Yep.
I have that, and I was like, I want to smoke this up, but I'm gonna wait to smoke it.
Classic cigar too. See, and I think when people, like when I told people when I get to 5,000 subs, I'll go ahead and do a humidor tour. But when y'all see the humidor tour, y'all gonna be like, man, I see these pictures online of these very pretty, gorgeous, well organized humidors. Man, I got a lot of boxes and stuff, but then like my desktop humidor that I keep my singles and stuff in, it's just shit scattered everywhere, man. Like it ain't no rhyme or reason. I just put stuff wherever, man. It's just,
man, I got Tupperware.
I recommend that for a lot of people too, that especially if they're just starting out and don't know if they fully want to commit to it yet. I tell them, don't get caught up in buying no $100, $200 fancy desktop humidor, and then in 6 months you ain't smoking cigars.
Right.
Make sure that this is
a waste.
Yeah, make sure this is something you really want to get into before you start dropping all this money on stuff.
Oh, I had the same guy, a friend of mine from because he sent me a sample pack. He sent me the sample pack, and it was 12 different whiskey samples. And he sent me the Knob Creek 15-year.
Yep.
And that one right there.
Yep. Is it the rye whiskey?
Yes.
Yeah, my buddy just he's a liquor store owner. He just bought his barrel. He has a store pick that I just tried the other day. It was real good. Very, very good.
It surprised me too, because I was smoking just a lot 23. I was smoking a lot 23 with it, and it balanced that cigar all the way out.
Yeah, that's a nice bottle.
It balanced it all the way out, and I was really surprised. It was really good, man. It was really, really good.
I'll give a shout out to Alex, the cigar man. He's another cigar reviewer, up and coming, man. Y'all make sure to subscribe up to him too, man.
It's room for everybody.
Man. And he's getting better and better every day, man. I like seeing what he's doing too.
It's room for everybody with this. And if you don't mind, if this is something that you want to do, you don't mind being on camera, go ahead. If this is something that you want to do, you gotta do it and stick with it. If your passion is for cigars, I say do it, man. It's plenty of room for everybody to do cigar reviews.
Pre said, Ron, you did my boy Q and Chops podcast. Yeah, I was on that last night. I had a good time, man. Two really good dudes, man. Definitely enjoyed being on that podcast. When that episode goes up, I will share the link for everybody to tune in to that. And then Calvin said, we know you holding, Ron, stop being humble. Hey, y'all gonna see, man. I got a lot of repeat boxes, man. Like if I like a cigar, I'll buy 4 or 5 boxes. So y'all gonna see my humidor and be like, man, I was expecting so much more. Y'all, I'm telling y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Mr. Junior 1998 said, what's up, fellas? It's about to be smoke time for me and a couple of bros. A couple good cigars, 1792, Buffalo Trace, Knob Creek, smoked maple on deck. Yeah, sound like y'all got you a good night ahead of y'all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you like, yeah, I do agree. The Angel's Envy rye is pretty good. I'm not a fan of the regular Angel's Envy, but I do like the rye though.
Hey, Ron, have you tried the Bloodline?
I have not.
I'll see. I'll send you the stuff. I seen the info for Bloodline cigars.
Okay.
Bloodline, they're not really talked about much, but it's a good cigar. It's a really really good cigar.
You know, I'm
They
open
make
to
they make a lot of Lanceros.
I would say keep passing the information to me. I'm always looking to try new brands, especially if they putting out really good cigars. So I'll definitely check that out. And then James is making jokes. He said I could tell you what's all in there now. What's all in my humidor now, James? Tell everybody what's in my humidor then. Brian said I dove head first into cigars and had danced around bourbons and rums. No, my proof threshold is low, but I can't have it all except Angels Envy Raw. I love that stuff. I'll say Angels Envy Raw is pretty good. I like Uncle Nearest too. I'm assuming you've had that already. You haven't had it?
Angels Envy. I haven't tried it, but I've heard some good things about it.
Okay. Yeah, man. He said he paired Uncle Nearest and Partagas Maduro #3. Great pairing. It does sound like shout out to my homie Omar too. I think he's sending me some special stuff too. So I'll be looking forward to getting that and seeing what I got.
Man, I'm trying to get in because I haven't got a chance to smoke a Partagas yet.
A Cuban Partagas?
Yeah.
I would say start with the Series D. Like the number 4, the number 4, the number 6, those would be great starting points because for me, I don't think those Cubans need as much age as like a lot of other Cubans before they're good. The D4 is a classic. That's a cigar that any Cuban aficionado or enthusiast is gonna respect it. And it's a good cigar.
I got you, man. Look, I've been enjoying this cigar, man. I'm down to the nub, and it's still good, man. This is really, I'm really impressed with this. I really am.
James over there being spiteful.
Oh wow.
Nah, he just messing. What Alex said. I have daddy duties first. Then I'm going to smoke one. I'm going to smoke the Punch Knuckle Buster Habano. Trying to decide if I'm going to do a review on it. Alex, that is a cigar that really shocked me, man. But it really shouldn't have though, because I feel like out of non-Cubans, I'm really big on Punch, and for the money, that is a very good cigar. I don't know if you've had it either, Fred, but that Punch Knuckle Buster is a real good cigar, especially for the money.
Only punch that I've had was I had the it was the Robusto. It was the actually no, I take that back. It was the Rothschild.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. It was pretty good. Who fired up an Aganorsa Supreme?
I think it's a fantastic cigar. I know a lot of people like it. I've heard a few people now that say they didn't like it, but I think it's a good cigar, a great cigar.
For sure. I gotta pick me up some, man. Now, I was gonna ask you. So that Year of the Rat.
Yep.
The Year of the Rat. You really like that cigar, huh?
It's a good cigar. Like I mentioned in the review, I wouldn't go after a box personally. I think if you could get you 2 or 3 of them, that'd be fine. If you can, find it locally, I would recommend you buying it and trying one.
Out of the Jewel State line, the ones that you smoked, what will be your go-to with that?
UF13.
Really?
Or the Pharaoh Flying Pig, yep. Or the in that order, UF13, Pharaoh Flying Pig, Dirty Red. Yeah. Those are my 3 favorites that they put out.
That's a bit.
The UF13 is special.
It is?
Yes. Yep. And I would say if you get those, that's not a cigar you want to sit in your humidor for 2 or 3 years. Smoke it pretty soon. Because I'm thinking that the Liga series or Unicos, they don't really age that well. So that's a cigar. Like if you pick up a brand new Year of the Rat, I would smoke that probably. If you buy it now, I wouldn't wait till the end or maybe till the end of the year and smoke it out. That's not something I would want to sit on for a really, really long time.
Right. Now, a friend of mine was telling me about it's a cigar. They made it with the organic tobacco.
The Plasencia?
No, it wasn't a Plasencia. It was another type of cigar that they use. Organic tobacco. I don't have what you think about the organic tobacco?
I've only had experience with as far as I know of the Plasencia Reserva Original, the white label Plasencia. I think it's a very good cigar. That's the only experience of organic tobacco that I know to my knowledge. So I like that cigar, but anything else that may be organic, I don't know about it. So that's my only experience. And so I would say it's a good experience for me. Because when they label it organic tobacco, they have to go through all they test the soil and all that stuff. Like you have to go through real rigorous measures to be able to say it's organic. So that's something I don't think a lot of people are gonna dabble with. You gotta have some money behind you to do that.
Yeah.
James said trying to play me like I don't know what hits his palate. I know my people and take care of them. Now that you do, I'll say that you take good care of me. You take great care of the Army. And
man, James,
Fred,
James
that's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, man, that's what I was gonna say too. Fred, if you ever in the neighborhood of looking for samplers and stuff like that, you already know. James takes very good care of everybody that's dealing with him, man. I don't think you're gonna find anybody that's gonna say anything bad. He's always looking out for the community, man. And then, of course, for everybody in the chat too, y'all don't forget the 10% discount code if you guys are shopping with Black Line. So don't forget that.
For sure. I told a couple of friends of mine about Black Lion, and they as a matter of fact, two of them have they've already put their orders in.
Yeah,
they put their orders in.
They'll be there. They'll be there quick.
Great service.
They'll be there quick. Like James is on top of it. Like I said, he's a one-man band. He said, "I love a Cameroon rapper. What is your favorite rapper?" Cameroon is up there. I would say right now probably Corojo, and then I think Fred said earlier his favorite was Maduro.
Who's that? Oh, Alex. He said, I haven't found a year to rap nowhere here in Dallas. Man, I haven't searched for one out here in Dallas, but I take your word for it. It's pretty hard to find a lot of, like, it's not hard, but you got to do some digging.
I know where some are at right now. There's only one shop locally here that carries them. His price is pretty good, but I walked in. He's like, "Man, I got year to rest." I'm like, I got a couple already, man. And that's why I was telling y'all, like, that's not a box worthy cigar to me. That's like a 5-pack of 2 or 3 cigars. Like that's
right.
That's because for me, if I got a box, I'm gonna probably hide it in the back and want to sit on it. Then I pull it out in 3 years, and I'm like, damn, man, why I wait so long to smoke these cigars? So, let's see what we got.
What's that? Pre-said here the FDA kick the label and stuff down on down the road.
Yeah. So you know about that? They were trying to pass a bill where if you bought a box of cigars, they were gonna slap big old fat labels across it and take the whole beauty of having the box of cigars. They were just gonna have their labels all over it, and they turned that down. So I'm glad. Sometimes you've seen Cuban boxes and they'll have big old stamps and stuff, and it just makes the box all ugly, man. It just takes away from it.
They put a lot of work into like creating those boxes, man. I've seen some boxes with some gorgeous designs on it, man. That's they work hard on that stuff.
Right.
Have you had a Cavalier? Have you tried their cigar yet?
I have. I've had the White Series Diplomate and the White Series Lancero. I thought they both were pretty solid. I
had the it's a couple of boxes around here. My dad he likes collecting boxes, so like it's a bunch of boxes around here, and it's like we got like 3 of those, and I actually got a chance to try the Toro Gordo.
What'd you think about it? I thought it was pretty nice too.
Yeah.
I got the black label that's the USA exclusive in my humidor, but I haven't smoked it yet. I'm kind of on the fence like you. I don't know if I want to smoke it off camera just for enjoyment or actually just smoke it for a review. So it'll probably sit there. It'll probably sit there for a couple of months.
It's like it's such a debate. It's such a debate. Like one of my homeboys just asked me. He said, bro, like do you already know what you're gonna smoke? Like as of right now, I know what I want to smoke, but then it sometimes it changes because I'm like, I may wait, let this one sit for a little bit because I try to let my cigar sit for a little bit, but before I smoke them. Just
Right.
you know, just to let them sit and let them rest for a little bit.
Right.
You know, especially like because I like to order off of I don't know if you ever heard of the House Blends Direct. I've ordered from them before, and like one of my favorite cigars to smoke from House Blends is it's a firecracker, and like it's a gordita,
Right.
it's a gordita, and it's really really good. So anytime I get like a bundle of cigars, I don't like just smoke them right away. I try to just let them sit for a little bit, because I guess like with me, when it comes to just go ahead and grabbing a stick, unless I'm just like that excited about it, then I just like, yeah, I'll go ahead and grab one.
That was like me with the Supreme Toro. I got one in to review, and then I got a box, and I was like, I'm gonna sit on for a couple of weeks, and I was sitting there looking at it. I was like, man, I'm finna fire one up now.
Yeah, man. It's like it's such a debate trying to figure out what you're gonna smoke. I try to plan it out, but then sometimes I end up, because I got like a little drawing board in my room, so I'll try to line up the cigars that I want to review for that time. Then I always end up changing it. Like, nah, I'm gonna smoke this one, and then changing it up again. And it's a debate. It's a constant debate.
Chad, hold on one second. I think we might have a little surprise real quick.
All right.
But
Ricardo.
yeah, let's see what they got going on in the chat.
Where can I order a box of authentic Cuban cigars? Ron?
I always tell people our Havanas are money for tuna. And so a lot of people.
I was just about to say about money for tuna, for sure.
A lot of people are reaching out to me because their orders are taking so long, but I'm just like, look, man. So another thing, I don't have any ties to Money for Tuna. Like, I'm not sponsored by them. They don't pay me or anything. I don't work for them. So I'm like, the question is, where can you find authentic Cubans? So I can give you these sites that I know for a fact sell real Cuban cigars. So I get a lot of DMs about, man, my order's taking forever. I'm like, what you want me to do, man? Like, I don't work. I don't have any. I don't have any pool there. Like I have to wait just as long as everybody else to get stuff in.
Right. Yeah.
Like it ain't no rush order for me.
Yeah. Like.
I think that people don't realize. I say it over and over again. I'm like, I'm a regular dude, man. Like I'm just like y'all. I just put whatever I'm doing on camera, man. Like there is nothing. There's nothing special about me, man. Like I'm just a regular guy.
Right. We're just regular guys. We just decided to do cigar reviews. And we're like,
right.
That's
it. I probably get that inbox probably twice a week. People are like, hold on one sec.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead and dig in these comments. Yeah.
Hey, you on speakerphone?
Hey, what's up, nephew? Hey, I called my nephew. I said I had to see if y'all was available on the phone so I could just give you a shout out, big shout out to my brother Cigar Head Fred. And I just want to say it's a great conversation that I've been hearing. I've had y'all on speaker. I've made some crab cakes and I'm chilling right now. So when we talk all the time about there's enough room for everybody, then I like that. And that brother over there who was talking about starting his new cigar channel, you know I want him to start it, but he ain't ready yet. But you know.
Hey man, we gonna get him there, because like I said, the more the merrier.
Yes,
oh
sir.
yeah.
You know what? It's always good when good brothers can get together. So when I see some young Black brothers that's doing something positive and trying to lift each other up, then I'm in the corner and I'm saying, you know what, I got to support y'all. I appreciate what y'all doing. I'm appreciating that I hand the ball off to y'all and it's in good hands. So I know everything is in good hands. So I just wanted to call in right quick and say shout out to Fred, shout out to RonRealTV. It's Lee Mac 912 and I'm back on quiet.
All right, Unc, we love you.
Man. Appreciate that, Unc. I appreciate that, man.
All right.
Man, it's always good talking to him, man. It's always good talking to him, man. I just talked to him and he gave me a challenge to, he gave me a challenge. He wanted to challenge me with, doing my cigar reviews, having like a 5-minute, a 10-minute, and a 15-minute.
So it's not uncommon for me. When me and Unc talk a lot about different reviewers, and that necessarily isn't people that are just starting out. It could be somebody that's bigger channels than both of ours.
Right.
My biggest gripe on channels is their videos are too long. Now, this live stream has been going on for an hour and a half, but it's a live stream. We're able to interact with people. It's different.
Yeah.
My attention span is not that long. So if I'm looking at a cigar review, I don't want to watch a 30 or 40-minute review. Now, if you put out a video that's 30 minutes long, just keeping it 100, I might not sit there and watch the whole 30 minutes in one sitting.
Yeah.
I'll watch it, go off, and I might watch the second half another day.
Right.
But if you go back and if anybody goes back and they look at a lot of my first videos, they're only about 6 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, maybe 10. There's a few that were like 15, 16, but a lot of them, like my top 5 cigars I recommend for beginners, how to cut cigar, all that stuff's short. I've seen videos of people trying to show you how to cut a cigar, and the damn video is 20 minutes long.
Right.
It's just like, come on, man. So and talking to you, Fred, so you just started this channel a couple months ago. Your objective is to try to get the most amount of people as possible to buy into what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If I recommend your channel and the first person that comes over and they're like, damn, the video 30 minutes, the chances of them subscribing and trying to keep up with what you're doing is slim to none. You got your nice 6, 7, 8 minute long video packed with information, vital information. You give them a rating, like, oh, okay. And then you got 2 or 3 of them like that. Like, oh, okay, let me hit subscribe and see what he got going on. It's not going to take a lot of time. I'm getting valuable information. Like I told him, he's probably the only person that can get away. And he knows that too. I've told him a million times. He's probably the only person that can really get away with a 25 or 30-minute video. I don't even think I can. That's why I don't try to. And that's because he's always dropping jewels. There might be a story in there that you might need to hear. But for everybody else, it's like, man, sit back, try to keep your stuff under 15 minutes. Come in, give us the information, let us know what's going on. You sitting in a cigar review kind of, well, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know anything about this cigar, or come on, man, you on camera, man. Come.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Come on, man. Chop.
That's that's one thing I'm starting to I'm really getting into now is shortening up my review, especially like even though like my first short review, even though it was a bad cigar. Well, let me not say a bad cigar. It wasn't the right cigar for my palate at all. So because there may be some person out there that likes a bitter tasting cigar. They may like it. You never know. So I mean, hey, if that's your cup of tea, then that's your cup of tea. Right. So as I'm getting better with timing my review, and so it won't be so long. So I get enough information out to share my opinion on what I think about this cigar. And that's because that's another thing. And that's gonna come about making 2. Like always having a video in the clutch. Right. And that's why I got 2 videos that I already did. So and I'm going through editing them and making sure that they're a good lengthy not lengthy, right, but I'm gonna be honest. I think if you fall in that 10 to 12 minutes, I think that's good. If not you, but just saying, if you have an interesting personality, you got good quality content, 10 to 12 minutes is really good. That's about that sweet spot. You want your stuff to fall into there. So, how many videos have you put out so far? Ooh, I think maybe 7. Well, as far reviews. Reviews. I'm not including the 2 quarantine videos. Not including those. But reviews, there are I think 4 reviews. Okay. So you still are brand new into it. So it's gonna come with repetition and time. You're gonna get yourself polished you're gonna figure out a system. If you notice on my reviews, there's kind of a system. I hit you with an introduction, boo. It's just a system. Yeah. So as time goes on, you'll figure out your system and what works for you. Mm-hmm. So, and but I like I said, you're gonna be fine, man. I'm looking forward to really learning my niche and getting into my niche and what fits for me. It's like right now I'm starting to kind of find my groove with it. I'm kind of starting to find my groove with it a little bit. So I just keep getting better and better. I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Gerald, aka Cigar Artistry. And I've said this on record too. I feel like he is the best reviewer as far as under 10-minute reviews. Gerald is a very, very even-keeled, very solemn person. You can tell he's very laid back. But Gerald, I like Gerald because
he's older than us, but Gerald knows who he is, and he knows what he's going to deliver, and he's very systematic and very methodical in how he does stuff too. There's not a lot of bullshit talk. There's not a lot of he and ha, and he comes in, hey man, this is the cigar, a little information about it, and I like it because I could watch his 6, 7, 8 minute long videos. He's giving me good pertinent information, and he's out of there. I feel like Gerald is one of those people. If he went on for 30 minutes, I'd be like, but there's a reason why he's at 1,300 subscribers. Now, if you keep on the pace you're doing, and all your videos are 30 or 40 minutes long, and then you look in a year, you're like, man, damn, I'm just only at 500 subs, man. I was growing fast and slowed down. That's people are telling you something indirectly. Indirectly they're telling you this ain't it, Chief.
Right.
You know.
Man, so. I appreciate that too, man. I'm always in like I'm like when it comes to constructive criticism, man. That's how you grow. That's right. Like that's one thing that I've always been taught, man. A lot of people say like, man, you old school, old soul, but man, that old school get you where you need to be.
Right.
In my opinion, because like it's a lot of knowledge. It's a lot of knowledge. That's why I'm always open to hearing different comments and constructive criticism on how, because that's how you get better. That's how you get better, man. That's how you strive, especially if it's something that you love to do, then why not? A lot of people get butthurt. I'm not finna get butthurt about it. It's just like, do better the next video.
Yeah, if your skin, that's another thing. If your skin is thin, then this ain't it either.
Yeah, for sure.
Sean said, Gerald's channel is called Cigar Artistry.
Cigar Artistry. Okay. Cigar Artistry. I'm for sure. I'm a subscribe.
Yeah, that's some good. Watch a couple of his videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, man. Well, Fred, I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm gonna get off here and I gotta help my sister-in-law. She's getting ready to. We gotta move some couches and stuff, so I gotta help her moving this U-Haul. Even I say, man, moving. But I appreciate you coming on. And like I said, everybody. Yeah, man. The link is always open to you. Anybody that's not following Fred, make sure y'all follow him at Cigar Head TV. Just starting, you'll be able to be a part of something that's brand new. Got a lot of good positive energy. Very good dude, man. He's gonna be going far. He's only a couple months in, already at 300 subs, man. And I'm looking forward to. I'm thinking you're gonna probably hit 1,000 by this time next year, maybe end of the year. I think you're gonna be moving quicker than you think, man. So definitely a huge shout out to you. Like Unc said, you need anything, you know where I'm at. I'm just a DM, a phone call away. So holler at me, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat for jumping in too, man. Didn't want to take y'all's whole Friday eating it up or anything, but just kind of want y'all to come check in, smoke a cigar with us. But y'all already know the name of the game is relaxation and enjoyment. Don't forget to be driven, never motivated. Fred, you got any words you want to leave them with?
Hey, man, all I'm going to say is, man, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. And we all love cigars. And so guess what? We all keep each other on one accord when it comes to cigars, man. It's all love. It's all love.
Y'all be good, man. Love you guys. Shout out to the Double R Army. Y'all know what it is, man. We'll catch y'all when we catch y'all. Love y'all.
Peace.